All right, here we go. Big Daddy Shin, day 726 at 24 Hour Fitness. So, yeah, I feel weird because right now it's at the time where vacation would officially be over, right? So it's like a regular Friday where, school would have finished and go home for the weekend. So that's a regular weekend. Then we go back to work on Monday. All right. But got to hang out with Harold again today. So it's pretty cool. So I got to do something exciting tonight. I don't know what, but I'll come up with something. But I know for right now, I need to exercise. So let me check in right here. See what's going on. So it's crazy. I still didn't see the whole New Year's rush of people coming in. I mean, it still looks less than normal. So I don't know if they didn't do the whole resolution thing or they quit already after a couple days. But I'm glad I'm here. But yeah, so I had an onion for lunch. Yeah, maybe it was the greatest thing ever. It was good. All right, let me get on this thing. Well, yeah, right here. I'm gonna have quite a stir on this one because I am one overweight person right now. All right, so yes, I had steak and the onion thing and ribs with Harold at Outback Steakhouse. Okay, but anyways, yes, the whole thing about going up this much in weight, it's not the best thing in the world. It isn't. But I'm not concerned about that right now. I'm concerned about perspective, right? So I'm not going to sit here and give you an excuse like, oh yeah, I'm going to start that nutrition diet, whatever. Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying myself. But what happens is there's when people are the same weight, right? There's some look skinnier and some look heavier, right? I'm not saying that I look either or, right? Because, it's funny too, because some people when they see me, oh wow, you look like you gained weight. Some people say, oh yeah, it looks like you lost weight. Whatever, people just being nice. But I think it comes down to where you are at mentally about how you look at how you are. Okay, so when I see myself and I plug into stuff or weigh it on a scale, and I go, oh gosh, here I am at whatever. Now, some days I'm happy about it. Sometimes I'm sad about it. The forced perspective of, when I started, I'm down about 25 pounds, whatever, And then, or some, it's like, gosh, I've been doing this charade for over 2 years, almost 2 years, and not that big of an effect. Okay, I could be negative. But the main thing is, it comes down to where you are or what you are at where you are. What and where you are. Okay, so thing is, if for me, I'm in a bad situation because yes, I've been going to the gym for 2 years and I'm still the same weight, and my weight really doesn't change except like this last week. But that's bad because I've been saying the same thing and nothing really happened, right? Except me just coming here and just talking here and oh yeah, it's about nothing, yeah. But if I was the same weight and I didn't work out for a long time, and all of a sudden I started going to the gym and doing something, that's a great thing, right? So I realized that, like, I know you guys are tired about the whole house thing, but when I was talking with Harold, and then we're going to talk about the different houses. Okay, so we're just going to use $500,000. Okay, sounds like a lot of money. Some of you people that don't live in California, you're like, holy crap, that's amazing, right? But it's a perspective. You have the same amount of money buying a house in California. I mean, you know, you go to like other states, it's like a super huge place. You go to Texas, you go to like Vermont or whatever, you live like Bernie Sanders. But in LA, $500,000 gets you like maybe a 2-bedroom, like fixer-upper, small amount of land, and you know, you fit in with the rest of the neighborhood, and maybe it's not the best neighborhood. And then you go towards San Bernardino area, gets a little bit better. Maybe you get a 3-bedroom house for that, and then like a little bit more land, some decent landscape. And then you go to Victorville, you're getting a mansion. So it's like it's the same amount of money, same state, but locations, right? So, you know, it depends on what you're doing with your life. If you're happy in, you know, high desert, great. Go enjoy, like, you know, 3,000 square foot home on 3 acres of land and have your horse and stuff. But if you not like that, you want to be like in the thick of things, like go to Hollywood, then that $500,000 gets you like a 1-bedroom condominium or something, maybe, right? And then, you know, I mean, I like Orange County, but it's like, you know, just somewhere in between on this stuff. But what it is when you are at where you are at in life, you got to realize what you got to be happy with, right? So I realized, for going back to the whole fitness thing, what for all the stuff that I've been going, these ups and downs for the past half year, right? I'm really happy that I'm still alive. Still, I mean, that's exaggerating, but, you know, but being able to, you know, still have the determination to just keep moving on. Because, you know, I went from jobless to have an awesome job, but then I had to drive all this stuff, you know, like excuse, right? So it's being appreciative where I am and trying to throw things in. But if I still worked locally, and then I had that extra 3 hours a day to go work out, then I'd be super pissed at myself for not putting the efforts, you know? So, you know, it's just the way that you see things differently, right? Like some days, I know my nephew doesn't like certain foods, right? But I'm sure, like, when he's, you know, has access to some other stuff, of course he could eat something else. But if he's starving and that's the last food imaginable, I'm sure he'll eat it. Same food. It's all perspective, timing, where you are, and when you are there. Where and when. Yeah. So right now, I'm different person than I am a year ago, 5 years ago. You see those posts from like 10 years ago on Facebook or whatever, and then different. And then what I'm doing is different. And, you know, because it's just weird that the whole Big Daddy Shin thing is only 5 years old. I feel like I've been doing it forever, right? And everybody's like that, you know? If you're doing the same exact thing as you did 10 years ago, I guess you're either retired, right? But if you're not retired and doing the same thing for retirement every day, then it's kind of weird. But we should always be getting better. But our perspectives will change on stuff, right? So remember, there's going to be times where you see things in a good light and see them in a bad light, but also taking consideration the when. Now you could do the whole, you know, those questions, who, what, where, when, why, you know, but I just like the when and what and when. That's like the most advantageous thing I think right now. I'm not going to worry about the why, even though I know why certain things happen. But the why is that's where we start getting the excuses, right? No excuses. All I know is things will be changed soon, and I'm pretty positive about it. So get ready for that to happen. And I'll officially start the changing. Things are changing on January 9th. That's when I start that extra eating thing, and then I'm going to try a different perspective. I'll still be happy, but I'll try something new, right? Anyways, that's that. Ooh, there we go, sub 50. All right, there you go, day 726 in the books. So, yes, I still feel a little full from lunch, but that means I don't have to eat dinner, right? And then still early enough in the day to do a ton of things. So, let's see. Whoa, sorry. See you later. Oh. All right, welcome. So, it's still pretty bright outside, right? So, you know, when it all comes down to it, it's all about the what you're doing and where you're doing it. I think. I know, some people are going to correct me and go like, oh yeah, you know, how about the when you're doing it? Yeah, that's true too, but I don't know. These things aren't rocket science. It's not like I come to the gym thinking like what I'm going to say. It just happened today. It was like the what and where thing, the perspective, you know? And then so, am I happy that like I finished my workout and then I could go home and rest today? Yeah, I totally do, right? And then so, I need to see Lou and Bubba from Mexico, but they're hanging out in Hollywood just having a ton of fun, right? And then so I'm hanging out where I'm at, and, well, yeah, okay, I went to Mexico, I get it. Okay, I went to the lake. But, you know, the weekend, we're here. Vacation's over. Big deal. Whatever, right? So, I'm going to enjoy it. And pretty much just getting ready for the big push. I know I'm not big on New Year's and like whatever. It's always Happy New Day and stuff. But this one, I decided I'm going to make that push. So hopefully I go home and I'll be able to make a video about all the food that I got, but I don't know if that came in the mail either. So we will see. Anyways, Big Daddy Shin, day 726. If I could exercise 726 days in a row, you could exercise 726 days in a row. If I could do it, you could do it. And I am doing it thinking of the what's and when's. What and when. What and when. All right.